Hi, I'm Tim Sheriff from Swanstrom Tools, and I'm going to show you how to change the tips on our new bale forming pliers and how to use them. To change the tips out on this tool, it's a simple matter of there's an Allen wrench provided. You just loosen the screw, take the tip out, pick out your tip that you want to use. This is a 2.5 millimeter. When you put the tip in, you want to make sure you orient it so that it lines up. You don't want it off to the side like that. So I'll get it centered and then tighten the screw up. And then so they're lined up. The center lines are lined up now. I've got some 16 gauge wire here. If I want to make a few jump rings, say this is the 2.5 millimeter pin. So I'm just going to make a bunch of small jump rings with it. I can make an ear wire by forming an eye on one end, and then I'm just going to come around, and that's a little ear wire shape. Make an S-hook shape. I will do one end where I've done one end now, and now I'm just going to come from the other direction. That gives me an S-hook shape. Working with flat sheet. The nice thing about this pliers with flat sheet is on a regular pliers you tend to get because the jaws don't operate in parallel, you get kind of a crooked coil, where with this because it works in parallel, it doesn't have a angle to it like you do with a regular, just a pair of pliers. So that, and again, if I want to make a come around this way, and so it just depends on what tip sizes you're using and what kind of bale you want or hinge. I'm going to put a bigger tip in it because I'm going to bend a spoon. This tool came about because somebody asked me to make a tool. A person that made rings out of silverware asked me to make something that they could use to bend silverware. So this is just a small spoon, and it's not annealed, and I believe it's stainless. Yeah. I'm going to cut the end off here. So And the tool is really strong. It takes lots of force to bend a piece of silverware, but that's looks like that's probably it's over 6. Looks like that's probably about 12 gauge maybe thickness. Here's a much thicker one that I did too. And so the tool is really strong, and it just depends on how strong you are. So takes a lot of force, but because the tips are made out of a hardened tool steel, they hold up really nice. The Swanstrom heavy duty bale forming kit comes with these 5 tips. There's 10 more tip sizes coming that'll enable you to go from 2.5 millimeter to 9.5 millimeter in 0.5 millimeter increments. So that alone, you'll have 15 tips. So you'll have about 108 combinations. Comparatively, if you were to buy individual tools, this would get you down to about $1 a tool. We are also working on different shape tips that you'll be seeing in the near future. We'll be having some square, rectangle, triangle, ovals, teardrop, and also some larger round. We're probably going to be going up to maybe even up to 3-inch round for working on bracelet bangles and stuff. So stay on the lookout. I hope these videos on Swanstrom products have been helpful. If you have any questions, please contact Rio.